Look down at your stomach right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. Pinch that layer of fat that refuses to leave. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That stubborn padding that's been there for months, maybe years, no matter what you've tried. You've been to the gym. You've counted every single calorie. You've turned down pizza, skipped dessert, meal prepped on Sundays like your life depends on it. You've done everything the fitness industry told you to do. And yet, here you are, still carrying that weight, still fighting the same battle, still losing. And the worst part? You blame yourself. You think you're not trying hard enough, not disciplined enough, not dedicated enough. You look at people with flat stomachs and assume they have some secret willpower gene that you're missing. But what if I told you this has nothing to do with willpower? What if the entire game has been rigged against you from the start? What if everything you've been taught about fat loss is keeping you trapped in a biological prison? Because here's the truth, nobody wants you to know. Your body isn't failing you. The advice you've been given is failing you. The fat that's slowly killing you, that belly fat, isn't just annoying. It's not just about aesthetics or confidence or fitting into your favorite clothes. The fat wrapped around your organs, what scientists call visceral fat, is one of the most dangerous substances in your body right now. You know what it's doing as you read this? It's secreting inflammatory chemicals directly into your bloodstream. It's interfering with your hormone production. It's increasing your insulin resistance. It's raising your risk of heart attack, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. Every single day you carry it, it's working against you. This fat is metabolically active. It's not just sitting there dormant. It's an engine of inflammation, pumping out toxic signals that disrupt your entire system. Think of it as a hostile takeover happening inside your own body, and you didn't even know you were under siege. The invisible prison cell. Now let me introduce you to the real villain in this story. Not carbs, not fat, not sugar, although sugar plays a role. The villain is a hormone you've probably heard of but don't really understand. Insulin. Here's how insulin works. Every time you eat anything, and I mean anything at all, your pancreas releases insulin into your bloodstream. Insulin's job is to shuttle nutrients into your cells. Sounds helpful, right? It is, when it's working correctly. But here's what they don't tell you. Insulin is also the master fat storage hormone. When insulin is present in your blood, it sends a signal to your fat cells that says, "Lock the doors. Don't release anything. We're in storage mode." It's like a bouncer standing at the entrance to a club, and fat molecules are trying to leave. As long as that bouncer is there, nothing gets out. You could be running on a treadmill. You could be lifting weights. You could be doing burpees until you collapse. Doesn't matter. If insulin is elevated, your fat cells are sealed shut. The energy you're burning during that workout? It's coming from the food you just ate, not from your stored body fat. This is the trap. Modern eating patterns keep insulin elevated almost constantly. Breakfast at 7, snack at 10, lunch at noon, another snack at 3, dinner at 6, evening snack at 9. Every time you eat, insulin spikes. And every time insulin spikes, your fat cells get locked down again. You're stuck on a hamster wheel, running in place, never making progress. The ancient code, written in your DNA, but buried deep in your genetic code, is a mechanism that can change everything. It's not new. It's not experimental. It's ancient. Your ancestors survived because of this mechanism. When food was scarce, when they went days without eating during harsh winters or failed hunts, their bodies didn't just shut down and die. Instead, something remarkable happened. Their bodies adapted. They became sharper, more focused, more energized. They unlocked stored energy and burned it efficiently. They survived and thrived during periods of fasting. That same mechanism is inside you right now, dormant, waiting. And most people go their entire lives without ever activating it because they've been taught that skipping meals is dangerous, that going without food will destroy their metabolism, that they need to eat every few hours to stay healthy. It's all backwards. What really happens when you stop eating? Let me walk you through the biological transformation that occurs when you stop putting food in your mouth. This isn't theory. This isn't speculation. This is documented science, backed by thousands of studies, and it's happening inside you whether you realize it or not. The first 4 hours, business as usual. For the first few hours after your last meal, nothing dramatic happens. Your body is digesting food, absorbing nutrients, and using the energy from what you just ate. Insulin is still elevated. Your fat cells are still locked. This is normal postprandial metabolism, the fed state. Hours 4 through 12, the transition. This is where things start to get interesting, but also where it gets uncomfortable for most people. Around hour 6 or 7, you might start feeling hungry. Your stomach might growl. You might think about food more than usual. Here's what's actually happening. Your body is running low on easily accessible energy. It's burned through most of the glucose in your bloodstream. It's starting to tap into glycogen, the sugar stored in your liver and muscles. But you're still not burning fat. Not yet. This is also when ghrelin, your hunger hormone, starts to rise. And here's the crucial thing to understand. Ghrelin isn't telling you that you're starving. It's not an alarm bell. It's a habit signal. Your body has learned when you normally eat, and it's reminding you. It's like an alarm clock going off at the same time every morning. It's a pattern, not a crisis. And here's the beautiful part most people never discover. If you ignore it, if you just wait it out, the hunger passes. Usually within 15 to 20 minutes, it fades. The wave crashes and recedes, and you're fine. Hours 12 through 16, the breakthrough. This is the window that changes everything. This is where the magic happens. Around the 12-hour mark, your glycogen stores are depleted. The easily accessible energy is gone. Your body looks around, realizes no food is coming, and makes a critical decision. It reaches for your body fat. Insulin has finally dropped to baseline levels. And when insulin drops, everything changes. The lock on your fat cells opens. An enzyme called hormone-sensitive lipase activates. This enzyme is like a key that specifically opens fat cells. It starts breaking down triglycerides, releasing fatty acids into your bloodstream to be used as fuel. For the first time in hours, maybe days, your body is actually burning stored fat. Not food you ate, not glycogen, actual body fat. And here's what makes this even more powerful. Visceral fat, that dangerous belly fat we talked about, is metabolically active. It has more receptors for hormones like adrenaline and noradrenaline. It responds faster to these signals. So when your body finally switches into fat-burning mode, visceral fat is the first thing it targets. The most dangerous fat you carry is the first to go. The paradox that blows everyone's mind. Now, here's something that seems to defy logic. When you haven't eaten for 12, 16, even 20 hours, you'd expect to feel weak, tired, and sluggish. That's what we've been conditioned to believe. That's what common sense tells us. But biology has other plans. When your body realizes food is scarce, it doesn't power down. It powers up. Noradrenaline and adrenaline surge through your system. These are your alertness hormones, your hunting hormones. From an evolutionary perspective, this makes perfect sense. When our ancestors needed to find food, they needed to be sharp, focused, and energized. They needed to hunt successfully. So the body gave them exactly what they needed. This is why people report feeling more alert, more focused, and more productive during a fast. It's not placebo. It's not mind over matter. It's your biology doing exactly what it was designed to do. You're not running on empty. You're running on a different, cleaner fuel source. Studies have shown that short-term fasting can increase metabolic rate by up to 14%. Your body isn't conserving energy. It's liberating energy. It's pulling it from storage and making it available because it thinks you need to go hunt down your next meal. The muscle question. Everyone asks. I know what you're thinking right now. Okay, but what about muscle? If I'm not eating protein every few hours, won't my body start breaking down muscle for energy? This is the fear that keeps people eating 6 meals a day, downing protein shakes between workouts, setting alarms to eat in the middle of the night. And it's based on a fundamental misunderstanding of how your body works. When you fast, something incredible happens with human growth hormone. It doesn't just increase a little, it explodes. Research shows HGH levels can increase by 1,300% in women and 2,000% in men during an extended fast. 2,000%. And what does HGH do? It protects your muscle tissue. It tells your body, this protein is valuable. We need this for strength and survival. Burn the fat instead. From an evolutionary standpoint, this is essential. If your body cannibalized muscle every time food was scarce, humans would have gone extinct long ago. You can't hunt if you're losing muscle mass. You can't survive if your body is destroying the very tissue you need to find your next meal. So your body guards muscle fiercely and forces itself to use fat as fuel. This is why studies comparing weight loss through fasting versus chronic calorie restriction show that fasting preserves muscle mass better. The cellular cleaning crew, but we're not done yet. There's another process happening at the cellular level that's so important. A scientist won the Nobel Prize for discovering it. It's called autophagy, which literally means self-eating. When you're constantly eating and digesting, your cells are in growth mode. They're building, synthesizing, and storing. But they don't have time to clean up. Damaged proteins accumulate. Dysfunctional organelles pile up. Cellular debris builds up like trash in an apartment where no one ever takes out the garbage. But when you fast, everything shifts. Your cells switch from growth mode to maintenance mode. They start recycling old, damaged components. They break down misfolded proteins, clear out dysfunctional mitochondria, and dispose of cellular waste that's been building up. This is anti-aging at the most fundamental level. This is your body repairing itself from the inside out. This is why fasting has been linked to longevity, reduced inflammation, improved brain function, and protection against neurodegenerative diseases. And here's something most people don't know. Autophagy can even consume excess skin. Not just the proteins inside cells, but unnecessary protein structures outside cells too. This is one reason why people who lose significant weight through fasting often report better skin elasticity than those who lose weight through other methods. The lie about starvation mode, you've heard it 1,000 times. If you skip meals, your metabolism will slow down. You'll go into starvation mode, and your body will hold on to every calorie. This is one of the most damaging myths in all of nutrition, and it's based on a misunderstanding of how metabolism actually works. Yes, chronic calorie restriction slows metabolism. If you eat slightly less than you need, day after day, week after week, your body adapts. It becomes more efficient. It burns fewer calories. This is called adaptive thermogenesis, and it's real. But fasting is not chronic calorie restriction. Fasting is an intermittent pattern. It's a rhythm. Feast, then fast. Fed state, then fasted state. On, then off. Your body never has time to adapt because you're constantly switching gears. Fasting is hormonal optimization. It's about timing, not deprivation. It's about working with your biology instead of against it. The life you could be living, imagine waking up 1 year from now. You look in the mirror and your belly is flat. Not because you're depriving yourself, but because you've unlocked the mechanism that was there all along. You have energy throughout the day without needing constant snacks. Your mind is clear. Your focus is sharp. You're not thinking about food every 2 hours. You skip breakfast because you're not hungry, and you feel great. You go for a long hike without packing emergency granola bars. You're free from the tyranny of constant eating, constant meal prep, constant worry about your next meal. This isn't fantasy. This is metabolic flexibility. This is what your body is capable of when you stop working against it and start working with it. How to start without suffering. You don't need to dive into a 24-hour fast tomorrow. You don't need to suffer. Start small. Start with 12 hours between dinner and breakfast. Most of that is sleep. Then extend it to 14 hours. Then 16. During your fasting window, drink water. Drink black coffee or unsweetened tea if you want. But nothing with calories. Nothing that triggers an insulin response. No cream, no sugar, no honey, no healthy smoothies. You're keeping that insulin low. You're keeping those fat cells unlocked. When you do eat real food. Eat until you're satisfied. This isn't about starvation. It's about timing. And remember this, we live in a world that never stops eating. But your ancestors feasted only after they fasted. That's the natural rhythm. Insulin up, then insulin down. Fed, then fasted. That's the cycle your body was designed for. Your body isn't broken. It's been waiting for you to remember how it actually works. The key has been in your hand this whole time. All you have to do is turn it.